trust the mainstream news media. Why or why not?
I don't, because they usually spread lies.
I like to do my own research before I completely 100% trust everything that I see, because I think that no matter what left or right that you're looking at, I think that they can kind of skew information a little bit, and so I like to do my own research to form my own opinions.
I trust certain sources of the mainstream news media, and certain ones are more credible in my mind, like CNN is more credible than Fox News. Just because I feel like they decipher what is being said, especially from the White House nowadays, better than other sources would.
Like, as a Muslim, just what I see on the media about Islam and Muslims, it just makes me like cringe, because half the things they say is not true. And then, like, if people are watching that, it's really hard to change other people's opinion.
I do not trust it, mainly just because it's owned by however many corporations are in charge. I just think they have like ulterior motives for most of what they say. I don't think they're like doing their job and educating us as a population for making informed choices with our government.
I would say yes and no, only because I feel like half of it's true, but half of it's not true. Like, I feel like they can elaborate a lot more, but then they don't want the rest of like the world kind of getting worried about what's going on. Like, they're trying to sugarcoat it. So I would say more on the no, but I would say yes, because something behind what they're saying is true.
I do for some information, not all. I do think there is some bias and that it can be tilted towards what certain organizations want you to maybe hear or not hear. For some of my just typical news, I do trust them.
Just the fact that they're owned by, people with business interests, so they might not want to report certain things because it'd be against that person's business interests. So I think that's why it's important to cross-check it.
Recently, a YouTuber got an article written about him in the Wall Street Journal about him being a Nazi when he was making jokes about Nazism, and they portrayed it, and they took clips of his videos, and then they portrayed it as he was anti-Semitic.
I know how I act, and I'm like, you guys are saying all this stuff about Muslims, and I'm a Muslim, and I'm not aware of these things that you guys are saying, and it's kind of like, some of it is like made up based off like their own personal beliefs and like biases, because like some of the news channels, they have like pretty much a bias, like either this way or that way, and it's just, you can't trust it.